हॅलो स्टुडंट, आज आपण या व्हिडिओमध्ये 12वी फिजिक्सचा नवीन अभ्यासक्रम जो शासनाने उपलब्ध करून दिलेला आहे, त्याला ऑनलाईन PDF अवेलेबल झालेले आहेत, तो आपण ह्या व्हिडिओच्या माध्यमातून सुरू करणार आहोत. फिजिक्सचा पहिला चॅप्टर जो आहे त्याचं नाव आहे रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स. रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स. In mechanics, there are the two branches. One is kinematic and another is dynamics. In kinematics, we study the motion of body without considering its causes, while in dynamics, we study the motion of body with considering its causes. म्हणजे कायनॅमॅटिक्समध्ये आपण फक्त मोशनचा अभ्यास करतो, पण त्याची कारणं जी आहेत ती बघत नाही. तर डायनॅमिक्समध्ये आपण मोशनचाच अभ्यास करतो, पण त्याची कारणं जी आहेत जसं की फोर्स, सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स, सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स यांचा अभ्यास केला जातो. कायनॅमॅटिक्समध्ये आपण फक्त मोशनचा अभ्यास करताना आपल्याला व्हेलॉसिटी, इनिशियल व्हेलॉसिटी, फायनल व्हेलॉसिटी माहीत असेल तर आपण ॲक्सेलरेशन काढू शकतो आणि या कायनेमॅटिकल इक्वेशन्सचा आपण वापर करतो. जसं की V = U + AT, S = UT + ½ AT², V² = U² + 2AS. ही कायनेमॅटिकल इक्वेशन्स आपण कायनेमॅटिक्समध्ये वापरतो. तर आपल्याला माहिती आहे, in day-to-day life, we come across number of examples of revolving or rotating bodies. These examples are motion of merry-go-round, motion of an artificial satellite around the earth. So, there is a difference between revolution and rotation? Revolution, in this part, circular motion of an object or body about some point outside the body. What is rotation? Circular motion of a body about a point inside the body. This is the main difference between the revolution and rotation. But in both cases, all the particles of body perform circular motion. That means each and every particle in revolution as well as rotational motion, particle performs circular motion. So what are the characteristics of circular motion? Circular motion, it is an accelerated motion. How it is accelerated motion? See here, the particle is performing circular motion in anti-clockwise sense. Suppose at point A, this is a radius vector, and velocity of the particle is shown by tangent at point A. So this is the velocity. Direction of velocity is shown by tangent. At point B, this is a radius vector. At point B, the velocity is like this. That is, at point B, this is a tangential velocity. This velocity is also called linear velocity as well as tangential velocity. Suppose if we take point C, then this is a radius vector. Again draw the tangent. So this represents velocity at point C. So each and every point, the direction of velocity changes continuously. If the magnitude of velocity remains same, suppose it is 2 meter per second, 2 meter per second, here it is 2 meter per second. Even though the magnitude remains same, the direction always get changed. Velocity is a vector quantity. If magnitude or direction or both when get changed, the acceleration is produced. In the circular motion, even though velocity in magnitude remains same, but direction always changes. So the acceleration is produced. There is the acceleration in circular motion. Now there are different types of acceleration. that we will see in the next article. But here, since the direction of velocity always get changed, or it changes at each and every point at every instant, it consists of acceleration. So circular motion is an accelerated motion. Hello student. In the previous video we have studied how the circular motion is an accelerated motion. Since its velocity always get changed, that means its direction always get changed, the acceleration is produced. How the acceleration is written? A is equal to dv by dt. So there is a rate of change of velocity, then the acceleration is produced. So whenever there is a circular motion, acceleration is always produced because of change in the direction of velocity, even though the magnitude remains same. Now what is the second characteristic? Circular motion is a periodic motion. Do you know what is meant by periodic motion? When a motion repeats along the same path after regular interval of time, then it is called periodic motion. Now the circular motion is repeating along the same path, that is along the circumference of a circle, hence it is a periodic motion. The particle repeats along this path after regular or definite time interval, hence circular motion is a periodic motion. So remember, these two are the characteristics of circular motion. One, it is an accelerated motion, and the second one is it is a periodic motion. Now we will see kinematics of circular motion. Means what are the terms required to describe the circular motion? The first one is angular displacement. It is denoted by letter. Generally this letter is theta, used for angular displacement. It is a vector quantity. The second one is angular velocity. Angular velocity, it is denoted by letter omega. It is also vector quantity. And the third one is angular acceleration. It is denoted by letter alpha. Angular acceleration. It is also vector quantity. The direction of angular velocity and direction of angular displacement are given by right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. These quantities are also analogous to different physical quantities in linear motion. What are these quantities? So angular displacement is analogous to displacement in linear motion. So in linear motion, angular displacement is analogous to displacement. It is generally denoted by letter S. It is also vector quantity. The second, angular velocity omega, it is also analogous to velocity, means linear velocity. It is denoted by letter V. This is also vector quantity. Now the third one is angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is also analogous to acceleration in linear motion, and it is denoted by letter A. All these are physical quantities, vector quantities. Now what is right hand thumb rule? Right hand thumb rule. How this rule is applied? Hold the right hand such that your curled fingers indicate direction of sense of motion. Sense of motion. So curl fingers indicate direction of sense of motion with thumb is outstretched. Thumb is outstretched. The direction of thumb gives direction of angular displacement and angular velocity. Again, see what is right hand thumb rule. Hold your right hand. Hold your right hand such that curl fingers indicate direction of sense of motion. Means hold this right hand and fingers are curled with thumb is outstretched. The direction of thumb gives direction of angular displacement as well as angular velocity. Now suppose a particle is performing circular motion in anti-clockwise sense. Hold your right hand with fingers curled in the direction of anti-clockwise sense. Then the thumb will be in the direction upward. So this is the direction of thumb. Now this is the direction of angular displacement as well as angular velocity. Now if the circular motion is in clockwise sense, in a clockwise sense, then hold your right hand with fingers curled in the direction of sense of motion. Then the thumb will have the direction downward. This is the direction of angular displacement as well as angular velocity. Angular displacement and angular velocity are axial vectors. How these are axial vectors? Suppose this particle is performing circular motion in a horizontal plane in anti-clockwise direction. Then by using right hand thumb rule, we already determine the direction of theta as well as omega, and it is directed vertically upward. Now this is the axis of circular motion. This is the axis of circular motion. Means theta and omega are along the axis and perpendicular to plane of motion. So these are axial vectors. Now we will see how the direction of angular acceleration is determined. When alpha comes into play, when there is a speed of particle performing circular motion goes on increasing or decreasing. When the speed of particle performing circular motion goes on decreasing or increasing, then only the angular acceleration is present in the circular motion. Alpha is along the axis of circular motion, but when it is in the upward direction, when omega or during increasing speed, alpha has direction similar to omega. Alpha has direction similar to omega. So it is in the upward direction. Now suppose the speed of the particle performing circular motion decreases, then alpha has direction opposite to omega. That is, during decreasing speed, alpha has direction opposite to omega. During increasing speed, alpha has direction similar to omega. Remember, alpha has direction similar to omega when it is similar to omega during increasing speed, and when it is opposite to omega during decreasing speed. We have studied the analogy between circular motion and linear or translational motion. मग आता आपण काही फॉर्म्युले रिवाईज करूया. जसं की लिनियर मोशनमध्ये आपल्याला हे इक्वेशन्स माहिती आहेत. व्हेलॉसिटी काढण्यासाठी आपण या फॉर्म्युल्याचा वापर करतो, v = ds/dt, आणि ॲक्सेलरेशन काढण्यासाठी आपण dv/dt या फॉर्म्युल्याचा वापर करतो. वेक्टर v = वेक्टर ds/dt आणि वेक्टर a = dv/dt. हे दोन्ही फॉर्म्युले आपण व्हेलॉसिटी आणि ॲक्सेलरेशन काढण्यासाठी वापरतो. आपण सर्क्युलर मोशनमध्ये कुठली इक्वेशन्स वापरतो ती पण आपण मागच्या 11वीच्या इयत्तेत बघितलेली आहेत. जसं की ओमेगा = dθ/dt, रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ अँग्युलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट. अल्फा = dω/dt. ही इक्वेशन्स आपण सर्क्युलर मोशनमध्ये. आपण आता ह्या क्वांटिटीची SI युनिट्स बघूया. SI युनिट्स, ओमेगाचं SI युनिट काय आहे तर रेडियन पर सेकंद. अल्फाचं SI युनिट काय आहे रेडियन पर सेकंड स्क्वेअर, आणि ही तर आपल्याला माहितीच आहे. In today's video, we are learning about uniform circular motion, but this term is familiar to you because you have studied this term in 11th standard. So you know the circular motion and how the velocity of circular motion is represented. It is represented by tangent at any point. If this is the point P, at point P the velocity is represented by tangent. So this is a velocity. Now this is also called linear velocity as well as tangential velocity. At next point, the velocity is shown by the tangent at that point. In this point, at the point R, again the velocity is shown by tangent. So there is a tangential velocity in the circular motion. Now what this term indicates, uniform, means what is the uniform? The magnitude of this tangential velocity when it is uniform or constant, that is speed of particle when it is constant, or magnitude of velocity, this is a tangential velocity, is constant, means uniform, then such type of circular motion is uniform circular motion. You know that the tangential velocity changes its direction at each and every point when the particle is performing circular motion. This is a radius vector and velocity is tangent along the at the point P. This is a tangent and this is a tangential velocity. This is a radius vector. So radius vector and direction of velocity both are perpendicular to each other at each and every point. Tangential velocity and radius vector are perpendicular to each other. So direction goes on changing. This is a circular motion, but what remains constant? The speed of particle remains constant. Speed, in another way you can say that magnitude of velocity is constant. Such type of circular motion is uniform circular motion. Hello student, you know the definition of UCM. Two students, Sheetal and Nikam, have submitted their answers on the Google Classroom. The answers are almost correct. It is a circular motion in which speed of particle remains constant, called UCM. Now instead of speed, you can write the magnitude of velocity. Instead of speed, you can write magnitude of velocity. This word is also remember. That is magnitude of velocity. Which velocity? It is a linear velocity or tangential velocity. Linear or tangential velocity. Now we are not studying the motion only, but dynamics of the motion. So dynamics means the cause of motion. What is the cause behind to remain speed constant? Now see here, the particle is performing circular motion and this is uniform circular motion. How to indicate uniform circular motion? At point A, suppose I am showing this velocity by tangent, means it is perpendicular to radius vector. So this is velocity. This is also velocity at point B, at point A and at point B. If the length of tangent which indicates magnitude, length of tangent which indicates magnitude, if this length is same, suppose at point C, the length of tangent is same. Again it is perpendicular to radius vector. So if the length is same, means magnitude of velocity is uniform. If the length of tangent, which indicates magnitude of velocity, which is constant. Why this length? Because vector is represented by arrow. The length of arrow indicates magnitude, and this arrow shows direction of velocity. So the vector is represented by an arrow having length. Now in UCM, direction of velocity always get changed, but its magnitude that is speed is constant. Its speed is constant. Now there is some physical quantity which changes the direction of velocity and keeps the magnitude of velocity constant. So what the term is? It is acceleration, called radial acceleration. So radial acceleration changes direction of velocity. Radial acceleration changes direction of velocity. The name is radial, so it must be acted along the radius. It must be acted along the radius and towards the center to change the direction of velocity at each and every point. The acceleration is along the radius and towards the center, because the direction of velocity changes at each and every point and it is tangent at each point. Radial acceleration is directed along the radius. And what is the function of this acceleration? What is the role of this acceleration? To change the direction of velocity. The acceleration has direction towards the center. Then only the circular motion takes place. The acceleration must be towards the center and it is acting along the radius. It is acting in this uniform circular motion. The magnitude of velocity at point A, at point B and at point C is equal. Magnitude is denoted by this symbol modulus. Now the acceleration acting on the particle is radial acceleration, denoted by symbol. Direction is towards the center and acting along the radius. Here it is like this at point C. So radial acceleration is directed towards the center. Hence it is also called centripetal acceleration. So centripetal acceleration and radial acceleration both are same quantities. Remember these two words. Radial means it is acting along the radius, and centripetal means it is seeking towards center. In UCM, magnitude of radial or centripetal acceleration denoted by AR is constant, means modulus of vector AR equal to constant. When there is a radial acceleration, then only the direction of velocity get changed, and when its magnitude is constant, the speed of circular motion is constant. So in UCM, AR is present and magnitude of AR is constant. Without this acceleration, the circular motion is not possible, and when magnitude of AR is constant, there is circular motion with constant speed. So what are the requirements for UCM? There should be radial acceleration and magnitude of radial acceleration is constant. The radial acceleration changes its direction because it is acting along the radius and towards the center. What is value or formula of radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration? It is given by v square upon r, or r omega square. Now this relation r omega square is obtained by the formula which we have derived in 11th standard, that is the relation between v and omega. This is the relation in scalar form. V is equal to omega cross r. This relation is in vector form. This we have studied in the previous standard. So AR is represented by v square upon r. Also it is equal to r omega square. Now this equation is written in the scalar form. How it is written in the vector form? Suppose I am using r omega square. This is a formula. Here r is the vector. Now r is the vector which is directed from center to the point on circumference, while acceleration is directed from the point on the circumference towards the center, means these two are in opposite direction, and this is denoted by negative sign. So vector AR is equal to minus vector r omega square. Please note that AR must be present for circular motion. Second, if magnitude of AR is uniform, then it is UCM. Magnitude of AR is uniform, then it is UCM. So AR must be present to perform the body in circular motion. If vector AR equal to 0, then If I ask you whether the particle is performing circular motion, what will be your answer? So there is no circular motion. Because to perform circular motion, AR should not be equal to 0. Means here, if it is equal to 0, then the body cannot perform circular motion or motion along curvilinear path. There is no motion along the curve. Now if magnitude of AR equal to constant and this is not equal to 0, then the particle is performing uniform circular motion because AR is present and its magnitude is constant. So the particle is performing uniform circular motion. Now AR vector can also be written in the form V square upon R into unit vector R0 with minus sign. R0, there is a cap over R0, means this is unit vector along the radius vector. So AR has direction opposite to radius vector. So it is given by minus sign. So this is one more presentation of vector AR. Now look at this figure. Here the particle is performing circular motion. But what is the difference between previous figure and this figure? Here the length of tangent is not same but goes on increasing. Now what this indicates? Length of tangent means speed of particle or magnitude of velocity. Here the magnitude of velocity or speed of particle goes on changing, that is goes on increasing continuously. So this is the circular motion, but it is not UCM. So such type of motion is called non-UCM. It is non-uniform circular motion. Now my question is whether in this motion AR is there or AR is present. What will be your answer? Your answer is that if AR is present, then this is circular motion. Because we know that in the absence of this radial acceleration, circular motion is not possible. So in this circular motion, AR is present. Now what is this? My second question, whether the magnitude of AR is constant or not. If it is constant, then speed will remain constant. But here in this type of motion, the speed of particle is not constant. So this is not constant. So there must be some acceleration which changes the speed. So there must be some another acceleration which changes the speed. In non-UCM, another acceleration which changes the speed is called tangential acceleration. It is called tangential acceleration. Tangential acceleration changes the speed of particle. Why it is called tangential acceleration? Because the acceleration must act along the tangent to change the speed. If speed goes on increasing, the tangential acceleration is in the direction of tangential velocity. If the speed goes on decreasing, this acceleration must act opposite to tangential velocity. So if the speed goes on increasing, if the speed goes on increasing, AT acts in the direction of V, and if the speed goes on decreasing, AT acts opposite to tangential velocity.